What's happening, bro? We're back for another wee short, graduated hairstyle back. Once again, putting a good wee bit of effort into these videos. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. So, first of all, just sectioning out here, as you can see, top of the head right down the back, and then we're just going to take out them shorter panels. And pretty much from the lower recession line just above the occipital bone, we're going to dry that bad boy off, and then we're starting off with clipper overcomb, and we're just going to taper down all the sides, working from short to long. And we're just going to, as you can see there, just flicking that comb out a wee bit, just keeps a bit of the length at the top, and we're just going to work through slowly but methodically through the haircut, tidying all them sides up, just taking our time with it. As you can see, just use moving the guideline from one section to the next, just including a wee bit of the next hair, continually just flicking that comb out, and then we're just softening out that hairline at the very bottom, and just continue to work up the hair. Pretty much the same on the opposite side, just starting off at the very bottom, going in sideways and just working anything that falls into the comb and just taking that shorter, and just really neat and tidies it up, and just nice and soft. And you'll see in a wee minute here, then we'll just shape that hairline up really neat and tidy. There we go. And this is it, we're just taking our time, just pick a nice section. And just working with the natural hair growth patterns. And just working that down. Anything that doesn't fall into our nice clean section, we just cut that off by. Take your time, it's not a rush. You just taper that all down, and then we'll just blend that through. As you can see there, that's just a heavy point in the middle, and we're just clipper overcoming once again, brought that down into a nice point, and then we're just going to go basically through this and just make sure that we've got every wee bit of hair just neat and tidy to the best of our ability with the clippers, working up the way to put a nice strong shape in. And then we're going to neaten and tidy around the ears, and then we're going to basically take that shortness from the clipper overcomb at the back, and we're just going to work that towards the front. Just cross-checking the whole way through. A couple of horizontal sections and then a couple of vertical sections. And then just neaten and tidy up. Make sure we get around the ear nice and perfect. It's all about the finer details. As you can see from our different angles, we're just taking our time, lifting them sections, continue to flick that comb out. That comb being brought at an angle means that you're really working on the guideline and you're not taking every section above the bit that you're trying to cut shorter. What we wanted to do was keep the fringe a wee bit longer, so we'll clip that out of the way. Parting down the middle. And this is going to be our guideline for the whole haircut. Just bringing that straight up. And we're going to work on the top section. And this is our overhanging section. I'm just going to bring that straight up and put our brand new shape in. Club cutting that bad boy. Keeps it nice and square and heavy. And we're just going to work that right through the front. Look at that. So that's our guideline in place. Now basically just going to follow that in orange sections the whole way around the head, and a bit of a guideline, a bit of new hair, and we're just going to bring that all up to meet it. Cross checking as you're going, and making sure that you don't miss any wee bits out. I like to do a lot of the haircut dry, so I do, because obviously you can see how it sits and blow dries and the natural fall of the hair. But so that's why I like to kind of clip cut everything, just build that bulk in, and then at the very end then we can go through and texturize and remove a bit of that bulk out. But it means it still has the structure and the stability that a blonde haircut would have. Onto the side, we're just gently point cutting into that. We'll want a bit of softness and a wee bit of freeness coming in through that. Once again though, once it's dry, then we'll be texturizing and point cutting and really softening that out. Yeah, on the opposite side, pretty much continuing the same thing, working everything up to the guideline. Club cutting it through. This is our overhanging section, so it is. So if you imagine the partings on the opposite side, and then everything gets a bit heavier towards this side. So we're taking that into account and just leaving a wee tiny bit more over direction. Bit of blow dry spray. And then we're going to just dry it off. The basic shape of the haircut's done. So we want to just add a bit of volume and a bit of shape. Straighten that out. World's biggest or world's quickest haircut. Bit of product. And then we're just using the texturizing scissors just to take the edges off that haircut. Any rigidity from the clippers, we're just softening that through. And as you can see then, I'm just using the edges of the thinning scissors just to really break that fringe up. Not going too deep into the haircut. Didn't want to take too much shape off or any extra length. We're really just looking at the break up. As you can see, nothing's really sped up. I've cut out the constant combing of sections, but like this is a very, very quick and easy haircut. You know, if you imagine it's two haircuts in one, a very, very short haircut around the back and sides, and a very basic straight lift up everything to the top layer. And all we're doing now is just personalize it and just point cutting into it, just really free up them ends. Once again, using the texturizing scissors, not going straight into the hair, just a slight angle just to really break that up. The fringe generally always goes to the left, but for this I like to make sure that we have a bit of versatility. It gives us the ability to work both sides. Colour's looking good. We haven't done that in a couple of months, but it still looks nice and fresh, and with a nice wee tidy haircut, definitely jazzes it up. There you go. As you can see, I've just brought the hair over to the opposite side. That's what I want. You know, the clients, I want them to have a bit of versatility. You know, especially with shorter hair, you want to be able to wear it a couple of different ways rather than just one way, you know, every day. I'm just rambling now, so yeah. Continuing the point cut. A bit of hairspray, mate, you know what I mean? And we flick over to the opposite side. Bit of products, nothing too crazy. It's not a very demanding haircut. You know, it's technically very simple, but it, you know what, it gives us a really nice result. You know, keeps it very rock and roll for the client with, you know, not much upkeep or any craziness. You know, it's very easy for the customers to do. Yeah, that's about the head of it, you know what I mean? Check in for more videos, and if you can, like and subscribe, we greatly appreciate it. Peace!